Hello YouTubers, how's it going? I'm back with one of my once every now and then videos. I said in my last video that I wanted to do a half marathon while we're under lockdown. But today I wanted to talk about what I learned in running a half marathon and under lockdown, just marathon. So I did the half marathon on it would have been the Hawke's Bay Marathon tomorrow, so I did a half marathon today. And you said just a few things that I sort of learned and about running. I did a course, and I've got it on there, the course that I did. I was around here in Levin, 21 k's from the home here, around to Gladstone Road, down by the river, and 10, get to the halfway point, turn back. And the course looked reasonably like flat but hilly, but mainly flat. But when I get back to look at the results here, I see about the first 11 k's, slightly from here right to the first half is slight hill climbing all the way. So that was 131 meters elevation. So yeah, even though it seemed flat, there was a climb, and so I boosted it up a little bit. The first half was hard. So I'm glad with the time I got. The time was 1 hour 32 and 4 seconds for the half marathon that I did the course on. Doing a run and under the lockdown covert run by yourself, trying to run at a race pace, it is it's a test of how much you like running. But one of the reasons I like running is it has a break from the constant looking on the TV and the newspapers and the radios, COVID-19 and businesses failing and the endless, but it's just so much bad news. Running is a bit cheerful and a bit livens, makes you feel better. Well, the few things that I would say that I've learnt about running by yourself, trying to do a race pace, it is harder. But a few little things I would advise that I learnt is don't just go out and run. So it's not a race condition, so just go and do 21 k's, make it the course and run it. But I found to make it easier, just pretend that it is a race and just go for the same little routines that you'd normally do. It makes it easy because your mind kind of thinks, oh yeah, I've done this, and and have the diet that you would have the night before, the week before, and you try the usual thing, trying to get the rest. And my routine is usually go like a warm up the hill. So I did that 6 o'clock in the morning in the dark, and that all kind of adds to the race routine that I normally do. So I think one bit of advice is if you are doing a virtual race under the lockdown, and because it is much harder to do at race pace, just running by yourself. But I was happy with that time because you kind of don't know what fitness you're at. The first half was found it really hard. Couldn't get much better than a 4.5 minute pace. But coming back seemed to feel a hell of a lot better. So that's another thing I advise too, is if you're doing a run by yourself, definitely don't do positive splits, just do negative splits. First half slower. So the first half slower, is probably the best way to do that sort of run. I think if you're in proper race conditions, with a proper race course, you can go flat out from the beginning, and it's just more motivation with a bunch of people. Another thing about, I wouldn't say lockdown's good, but certain things, like I've been able to buy pretty much 2-3 pairs of brand new shoes that I would never have done from not being in lockdown, not using petrol, not travelling, not going out buying more little things you don't really need. But yeah, you definitely do save more money. But it's good that we're coming out of lockdown. We're in New Zealand here. We're into level 2 now. I thought level 2 was going to be a lot more back to normal, but I noticed the shops, long queues everywhere. But yeah, hopefully everyone's running's going good. The next thing I would like to get on with, I still want to do Rotorua Marathon, but it's good to just do the run. One of the reasons I did this virtual half marathon is because I think you still need to keep something going until races and that start back. On the run today, around about 17 k's on the turnaround point, but 17 k's in. One man came, I know Arthur came out to see me, and just walking, he was going for his walk, and he said to me, "You want to slow down, not get any younger." And that sort of comment, people that don't run, those comments he's just been maybe friendly or helpful, but they kind of like, I had to think, what's he on about? In the middle of the 17k's running, I'm running at a sensible pace, and I enjoy what I'm doing. But when I said that, I felt that bit of a drain. Am I too old to be doing this kind of carry on? But I think people who are into running know that you can do decent running, good running, and really enjoy running right up into your 60s. I mean, I got the grey hair, looking old, true, but haven't had so much fun in this last 5 or more years and doing the running, so it's an enjoyable thing. You just got to let people get on with their little opinions and what they like, So Arthur, he's all right, but we always get those sort of opinions. It's just onwards and upwards. Okay. Can't think of anything else to say. I'll probably put another video on here some stage. I want to get on with would like to do Wellington half marathon. Last year I thought I'd never do something like Wellington half marathon or marathon, because it's just always what I've seen on the websites. It's always raining, cold and hailing. But it could be interesting, it could be fun, a race to get in there and just join in after lockdown. Any race is good, even if it's windy Wellington. Okay, good one, have a good one.